Sometimes things scares us. Sometimes things don't scare us. Sometimes things they just creep us out because they just hold some sort of distinct aura to it or some sort of thing that just creeps you out about it. And sadly enough, I have seen absolutely egregious amount of horror films alongside comedy films and other things, and I have incredibly been desensitized to most sorts of things. So here it is. Here I am. It's your guy, desensitized horror flick weirdo, here to talk about some backroom stuff and a little bit of this oldest view thing, and because it helps me feel a little better to talk about this stuff. I've been through some sad stuff recently, and I would like to talk about something that I'm actually quite fond of. Now you're wondering, well, if horror films don't creep you out, why do I still watch them? Why do I still make the effort to watch all of these? The answer is artistic value. Because I am able to watch these videos, such as the backrooms, the found footage from Kane Pixels, who is rather younger than I, but very impressive on how skilled that man is for his age. And Kane Pixels, if you're somehow watching this video, good on you. Like, you got some talent, guy. Now, um, here's here's something that about the back rooms and stuff that makes me kind of even though I find it kind of cool. I like the introduction of entities and some sort of thing, sort of like SCPs in found footage animation. The oldest view is an example of that. Now, after I watched through the oldest view, the entirety of the series, and I'm just saying, I watched it yesterday. I saw Wendigoon was straight losing his shit over this. This man, Iceberg Man, is creeped out by a puppet that was part of a play years ago and displayed in an old abandoned, in a mall before it was old and abandoned, before it caught fire, back in February of last year. Which, I will say, Kane, he harvested some stuff in order to get the oldest view going. And there was so much artistic value that this man got from like just having floor plans at his disposal. He cleaned up the mall that was empty, which is quite cool. He cleaned up a mall that was empty and put new things in it. It made me happy. And somehow him getting an entire shopping mall, abandoned shopping mall from Dallas, Texas, textured into the ground from a hole in the ground that this guy was climbing down a mile-long staircase. Now, one more thing I really find cool, because what I don't find creepy, I find cool most things. I like I like the doors, the doorways he made. Specifically at the door at the entrance to the shopping mall. It kind of gave me a sort of Silent Hill going into another world sort of vibe where he was quite basically opening a hellish landscape. Now, he goes into the door, he the first time, and then explains, wow, I shouldn't be in here. I shouldn't be in here. Then, as soon as he heard the music, he just ran out. He's like, I'm going to come back here. So, next video, he comes back, he opens the thing, then he runs out again. Then he comes back once more in the same video. And this is where we go into the long epic of the Rolling Giant. Which, the funniest thing about this entire, there was no sort of creepiness to it right away, because as soon as I saw the giant puppet, it just reminded me of Puppet Moist Critical. Like, if in the Moist first, if there's some sort of Puppet Critical, giant rolling giant critical, this is it. This is it. As soon as I saw that thing's face on the sides, I'm like, yo, baby, let's go. I'm thinking, oh no, this entity, how did this scare Wendigoon when it looks so much like Charlie in a way? I bet Charlie's wishing he had the height he did, though. But going on from this, it basically just ends up a giant cat and mouse situation. But the actuality behind why I decided to watch this further wasn't just because of the blatantly obvious I want to see giant Charlie chase this guy around the map, because that's what it became at one point. It became like I'm watching something like Silent Hill / Dead Rising-esque. Actually reminds me exactly like Silent Hill 3 when Heather's going through the shopping mall. If y'all ain't played Silent Hill 3, it's hard to play Silent Hill 3 now, and I'm sorry. Blame Konami. I love you, Konami. You give me Yu-Gi-Oh! You've been a part of my life for years. Please give us the ability to at least download Silent Hill 2 again. Please. But that ain't what this is about. This is about the fucking backrooms and the oldest thing. The oldest view. So, I like that as I was watching some of the footage of the Dallas shopping mall that had been abandoned, the view, it's called View, Valley Shop Center or something like that. It's literally so many. It's a weird, long, and egregious name. I wonder why it got abandoned. But I was watching these videos of the Dallas Mall, the View Center, and as I was going through some of these, I'm like, wow, some of these textures, Kane really did a good job at recreating these in Blender. He did a really good job at recreating these landscapes almost directly to the mark. Directly to the mark. And I really appreciate that in artwork. This, it didn't scare me or anything. It just gave me more value and appreciation for what I was watching, not from a dramatic and scary standpoint, but the same sort of thing I got from the Backrooms, which I could spend so much time talking about the Backrooms and how it explores so many concepts that really Kane really understands his audience. He really understands what trips people out. He understands the sort of unknown entity thing playing into hype. This guy does his creatures well. This guy not only does his creatures well, he does his landscapes well. And I'd suggest you guys tell me what you really appreciate about the Backrooms or the Oldest View, because I don't watch this stuff wanting to be scared. As sad as it sounds, even though I'm going at it with an unbiased opinion, I'm watching this stuff because this guy, much younger than I, is doing some amazing stuff in an animation software that is well beyond his years. This Kane, good job, good on you. I respect the hustle. I respect the amount of work and time and backstories and lore you go into to set your videos up, even if you're creating a lot of it. Now, the there's one more thing I wish to talk about. And that thing I want to talk about is what scares you guys. I know this is this is kind of out of left field. Was there something you watched that scared you? And tell me why it scared you. You know what scares me more than anything in this world? Humanity itself. How humans are simultaneously some of the most strong people, human species, and the most fragile species at the same time. But other humans genuinely scare me because I have seen and heard some messed up things in this world. And sure, these entities, they're very linear when you create them. They're scary because you understand what they do and you know what to look out for with them. However, with most humans, you don't. I got you guys. I love you. Have a great day. Subscribe if you wish.